Every year, people make the same fitness goal, train harder. But most fail because recovery gets ignored, especially connective tissue that muscles depend on to grow. Frog Fuel was developed by Navy SEALs and perfected by a Stanford-trained scientist, delivering 15 grams of nanohydrolyzed collagen protein that digests in just 15 minutes. It's science-backed and ready to drink. No mixing, no sugar, no junk. This year, don't just train harder, recover smarter. Go to frogfuel.com. That's frogfuel.com. Stay unbreakable.
At Lowe's, get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, members get free delivery, install, and more when you spend $2,500 on select major appliances. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 2/25 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Excludes Massachusetts, Maryland, Wisconsin, New Jersey, Florida. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
Visit your nearby Lowe's on East 17th Avenue in Hutchinson.
You're listening to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. When I first started Kempire Radio 15 plus years ago, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. 15 years later, now artificial intelligence has taken over and it's making your website building so easy. I'm excited to partner with Wix for today's live because Wix was the very first website that I ever used. And even back then, they made it easy. So you can imagine 15 years ago versus 2026, Wix is making it even easier with AI. So there are a couple of really cool things that you can do with Wix. With the hybrid website editor that offers the speed of AI, precision of drag and drop, and guidance of a dedicated AI agent, aka the new way to create websites. And you don't have to pay anyone to do this. You could do this yourself. Create in whatever way feels most natural to you with a platform that lets you flow freely between AI and manual controls. Because some people just let AI do whatever they want, and that is not what you want. You want to be able to do and create something that's unique to you. As I said to you before, you can launch a pro-grade website that's quality, but make it very easy for you to create. There are all kinds of really cool capabilities that they provide. Wix Harmony is packed with some of the coolest, most useful AI features and agents, built specifically for small businesses. Generate images, product descriptions, blogs, and more. Automate email marketing, SEO tasks, inventory management, and more. You even get an AI agent named Aria who can help you build your website or take care of business. Wix has been on top of AI for years, so naturally, they're the ones introducing the new way to create websites. Try Wix Harmony for free at wix.com/harmony. That's wix.com/harmony. More details on that will be available in the description. And shout out to our podcast listeners because you're the real ones, because not only do you watch me on YouTube or you watch me on the TikTok or the Instagram, you listen to the podcast, and this is why it's important to listen to everything, because sometimes I add additional thoughts or sometimes this is a podcast exclusive. So I'm going to include my IG Live in this special episode for those that may have missed it, because some of you also tell me you don't have IG or maybe you don't follow me on YouTube. But there were more details that came out in regards to the Jill Zarin of it all. There was more footage. Beyond the footage that I shared with you guys before, there was actually more as to what Jill Zarin said during the Super Bowl. Like, this rant went on for days. So she had ample opportunity to take this, not even put it up, but even in the moment with her boyfriend saying to her, "You're about to lose a lot of followers." And she was like, bye, okay. Well, according to TMZ, there was more, because now they're getting more details, and I'm assuming that Jill is speaking to the media, very much like what she's always done. Jill, to get fired and you even start this project, and word on the street, she was the one who actually brought this idea to E. Well, this is according to her, or quote, sources. So according to TMZ in their report, they said Jill Zarin is struggling to process her sudden firing from E's upcoming reunion series, The Golden Life, and TMZ has learned she feels blindsided by the fallout. This is where privilege is so important. And this, us as people of color, Black people, we don't need to understand anything about privilege, okay? This is something that people in this space, like white women like Jill Zarin, need to learn from this, because she thought she could go to the internet and say whatever she wants and still have the things. So they said that she feels blindsided. They said, in case you didn't know, Blink 49 Studios cut ties with Jill Zarin Tuesday following her posting, then deleting an Instagram video Sunday criticizing Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show. And it wasn't just criticizing. I know some people are trying to deflate the things that were said in Jill's video. Jill could have easily have said, I didn't enjoy it, whatever. She specifically highlighted the fact that it was all in Spanish. She specifically said, where were the white people? That's what made it more cringy and disgusting and racist. So they said that Blink 49 Studios, which is producing The Golden Light, this new sort of offshoot of Real Housewives of New York, E! Network is no longer associated with NBC Universal. That's been something in the works for a while now, but it literally just happened a few weeks ago. Well, now they're under Versant, their new parent company. Let me remind you what Jill said.
So we all agree. Now we all agree. I agree. I said it before that it was the worst halftime show ever, and it's 200.
Sidebar, I also have another update because we reported initially that Bad Bunny had the most watched halftime show of all time. According to Nielsen, now they're confirming that he had the fourth most watched. Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance is still the most watched of all time. Just because, we like to correct the record. And if you're listening to the podcast, you get to hear the correct the record.
50 years that we're celebrating right now in the United States. And I just don't think it was appropriate to have it in Spanish. And quite frankly, I didn't need to see him grabbing his, G area.
Groin area she's referring to. I don't understand how that was her focus. I've watched this performance so many times, but to me, again, this goes to the unconscious bias of it all. The things that we see as part of our culture, she's viewing it as disgusting. She's viewing it as sexual.
I think it was totally inappropriate. You've got all these young kids watching the Super Bowl, and he doesn't have to be grabbing himself every 5 seconds. Is he so insecure? Seriously, I didn't understand it. I don't speak Spanish. I would have liked to have known the words he was saying. To me, it looked like a political statement because there were literally no white people in the entire thing. I think it was.
This was a political statement. I know Jill, she's one of those New Yorkers, but I would have expected a video like this coming from Ramona, more so than Jill.
Political statement, and I'm not taking a side one way or the other.
She took a side. She told on herself in this particular moment. Oh, so are you telling the world that you support what ICE is doing in this country? Murdering innocent Americans? And we're not even talking about what their objective of their job is to do. No, they are murdering innocent American citizens.
I just do. I think it was an ICE thing. And I just think that the NFL sold out, and it's very sad because this was 75 years. And, shame. Shame. And Lady Gaga got a facelift. I didn't recognize her. I literally had to Google her face.
That's the thing. If you're going to talk about someone's looks, please make sure that you are looking at your tip-top shape. And no, Jill is not.
See who it was, because we all couldn't agree who it was. So that was kind of fun in the middle of halftime. At least it gave me something to do because it was so hard to watch.
Gave her something to do because it was so hard to watch. Girl, no one asked you to watch it. No one asked you to watch it. Well, TMZ continues in regards to their report on what is happening with Jill, and they said sources familiar with the situation tell TMZ that Jill believes that she was punished for expressing an opinion. So she does not get it, y'all. So for those that are reporting on her breaking her silence and issuing that statement to In Touch Weekly, where she was just like, I took it down. I made a mistake. I'm only human. She wasn't apologizing for this. And now, sources familiar, the sources is her. Remember when she was beefing with Bethany and Bethany was calling her out? Well, and Bethany, we see you too, girl. You're not innocent here. We saw what you posted and deleted, and then you try to, you saw the backlash that Jill was getting. You're like, oh, I don't want to be a part of this. We saw that. But Bethany accused Jill of going to the media all the time during their years of Real Housewives of New York. So they say sources familiar with the situation tell TMZ Jill believes that she was being punished for expressing an opinion, while other housewives have said or done far worse without facing similar consequences. This woman doesn't get it. And that's why I say I believe the source is coming from inside the house, Jill's house. People close to Jill have told us they strongly dispute accusations that her comments were insensitive. No, people have said they were racist. They didn't say they weren't just insensitive. Insisting anyone who personally knows her would say that characterization is unfair. I don't think she realizes at this particular point her unconscious bias. According to TMZ sources, they said Jill feels her firing is very premature and especially hurt because she was the driving force behind reuniting the original Roni women and helping get the show greenlit at E, only to feel pushed aside once controversy erupted. Yes, Jill, this is your karma. This is not the first time this has happened, that you've done this to yourself. You have a pattern of behavior. This is also part of the reason why you were X'd out and fired from the original Roni, why you were X'd out and fired. Well, not fired, because this was another opportunity where you basically ruined it for yourself and you didn't even get hired officially. It was in contract negotiations. You said too much and it ruined it for yourself. They ended up doing the Roni Legacy series for Ultimate Girls Trip. So those who've spoken with Jill since the firing said she's confused by what she views as cancel culture. Now, don't be surprised you start seeing Jill leaning into now being even fully MAGA, even though we knew she was MAGA. Explaining she quickly deleted the post after realizing she misspoke. Did you misspeak? Because it didn't seem like, misspeaking is forgetting a word or two or forgetting someone in a statement. Misspeaking is not word, sentence after sentence, derogatory, inflaming, cringy. It's not the same. After rewatching the performance, she rewatched it? Okay. After rewatching the performance, she better understood its cultural importance and felt terrible, which is why the video came down so fast. No, the video came down so fast because you never saw the amount of backlash ever before. So TMZ says that they're told that Jill is upset people interpret her remarks as targeting a broader group, and sources called the situation unfortunate. We're told that she doesn't need the show financially and only signed on to have fun and bring the OG women back together. She doesn't need, and I see that allegedly a family member from Bobby's side, the Zarin side, are speaking out on Reddit and basically saying that she's been a nightmare. The family has no association with her since Bobby's death. The Zarin fabrics have nothing to do with her. You go to their website, it has a disclaimer at the top across the website saying that we do not have any association with Jill Zarin and haven't had an association with Jill Zarin since Bobby's death. We believe we accept all Americans. And yeah, that's what they said. All right. So they're told that Jill is upset that people interpret her remarks as targeting a broader group, and sources call the situation unfortunate. We're told she doesn't need the show financially and only signed on to have fun and bring the OG women back together. I never believed she needed the show financially. She needed it for her ego. She wanted to be back on television. She wanted to be a part of just fame. Jill never needed Roni. We saw how Bobby doted on her, and she had the life that she wanted being married to Bobby. She never needed the show. So I'm happy that it hurts her ego. And if this show does go on, which still features Ramona, who's done lots of problematic things, not just on Real Housewives of New York or behind the scenes, we've seen her MAGA posts. Another source close to Jill says that she's bummed producers didn't use the teachable moment as an opportunity on the show. Now she's producing the show, suggesting the women could have addressed the matter on camera with her. They've reached out to reps for Jill. So far, no word back. Y'all need to reach out to them. They've reached out to y'all over there at TMZ. Jill, pipe down. So we're going to go more into what played out yesterday in regards to this whole Jill Zarin situation. I talk about a bunch of other stuff in this as well in relation to the Super Bowl. But like I said, I wanted to correct the record. We just found out from Nielsen that Bad Bunny didn't have the most watched halftime show of all time, despite the report that came out. They're saying it was the fourth most watched, which either way, A lot of people watched it. Congrats to Bad Bunny. Let's continue this conversation, y'all, in this audio. So let me know your thoughts. Hit me up on, all the places. And don't forget to get your tickets for the Kempire After Dark live show. Yes, I got to remind you guys. There's a live stream ticket, but if you are in the New York City tri-state area, because so many of you, I'll see you in the street and you'll be like, Kempire, blah, blah, blah. And I say, did you get tickets for my show? I didn't know. Go get the tickets. Because I mention it everywhere. So I can't imagine people saying they don't know. So if you're hearing this on the podcast, go get your in-person tickets and meet and greets. And don't forget, if you can come to New York, there's a live stream ticket. You're welcome. Are live. What is going on Instagram? I have not gone live on Instagram in such a long time. I thought to myself, I should go live. I probably will repost this on YouTube at some particular point. But for those that are coming on in and you have not gotten your tickets yet for the Kempire After Dark live show, if you're watching a replay of this, still time. It's literally like a month away, the live show that we're going to be having. It's nothing like what you see here on social media. So go get your tickets today. Ticket information is available in the description, my bio here. And there's a live stream option. So if you're not able to come to New York City, but if you're in New York, go get your tickets. This is your opportunity to go get your tickets. Go get your live stream tickets. Yes, come on in, everyone. Shout out to everyone that's already in the live chat. Don't be afraid to repost and share this with your friends or people you know that you talk about this. Be sure to share. Let me know where everyone is watching from. I'm streaming live from New York City, the same place I will be having my live show on March 13th at the Green Room 42. So go get your tickets. Not my man, my baby. Okay? Thank you so much, Dab Star, for buying a badge. I don't know I know it means money, but I don't Instagram of it all. Hey, Miss Nubian. I love seeing familiar names in here that I've seen in like other places. The Bronx is in the building, was traveling yesterday, wore my Are You Okay merch. Thank you so much, Relyn. Love that. That's free advertising. Thank you. Oh, you know what? Hey, Alexander, if you guys missed it, Alexander and Chris, C. Diggy 1, were on my YouTube channel yesterday. Thank you, Miss Parker, for buying a badge. They were on the channel yesterday. I still have not had a chance to go back and watch all of it from beginning to end. You can also hear it on the Kempire podcast. But Alexander was in rare form, okay? And some of you told me that actually he held back. Did you hold back, Alexander? Did you hold back? What a fantastic time. Chris, I don't know how Chris does it. I don't know. And keeps a straight face the entire time. I'm just like, what? What? But it was such fun. So if you missed it, you can watch it on my YouTube channel. Evelina says you can't see me on YouTube for some reason. Why is that, Evelina? You did, Alexander? I appreciate it. That was holding back. I have a clip, I shared it with you, Alexander, that I want to post, but I'm like, ooh, I don't know. Terry, thank you so much for buying a badge. Hey, Audrey. Sorry, I couldn't speak. Yay, catching you live twice in one day. So I'm treated to what you have to say. Yeah, because we do have an update in regards to Jill Zarin. Jill Zarin is speaking out, y'all. Angel says, hey, Kempire, I had an accountant meeting today. My whole team loves my Are You Okay travel. Oh, I love that. Yes, guys, we have new merch. Are You Okay merch. You all have been asking for the merch. So there are sweatshirts, t-shirts, and now there are coffee mugs and travel mugs. And Angel sent me a picture of her travel mug. And I was like, oh, because I don't have the travel mug. I need to get it. Brooklyn's in the building. I stay watching you on TikTok. Thank you for watching me here too, Linus Andy. So thank you for following me everywhere because look, you just never know where I'm going to go live. I haven't gone live here on Instagram in a long time. Hey, Ashley. I remember that picture, Ashley, from TikTok. Hey, is it? Oh, I was about to say, don't rush my life. Because I was like, wait, is it Wednesday? It's not Wednesday. It's Tuesday. But yes, it's almost hump day. Did you see Dorinda's under fire too? What does she say now? I thought she spoke out against Jill Zarin. But look, I've heard stuff about Dorinda too. So all the people that want to be all conveniently on the right side of history today, just saying. DC, why I got to keep y'all in prayer in DC, besides the president being in close proximity. Angel says, glad you see our comments today. Right? Oh, don't jinx us. I just thought about it. I haven't been live here in a long time. Coco says, Kempire, your skin is... Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm trying. I just did some micro needling over the weekend. Love Michonne says, got my Are You Okay tee. Everyone, you guys are really buying the Are You Okay merch. I have all kinds of merch, but the Are You Okay merch, it's not sold out, but you guys are buying it in droves. So thank you. Simsy? I did do a video on YouTube talking about Bethany, and I was going to do another video, short form video, like you guys like too, talking about Bethany, but then the Jill Zarin firing happened, so I got sidetracked. So I did do a video on YouTube talking about the comments that Bethany did and how she was backpedaling those comments. She deleted the video talking about maybe we shouldn't incorporate political messages in the music and blah, blah, blah. People need to understand that this has been happening since the beginning of time. Since marginalized people have been marginalized, they've been putting their sweat, their tears, I don't even want to call it politics. They've been putting their messages in music and in art, both in music, but also in their physical art, sculptures, in poetry, in literature. That has been happening since the end of time. And just because you're not a part of the marginalized community, you don't get it. You don't realize that this has been happening since the beginning of time. Bethany then backpedaled and was just like, you know what? This has been happening forever. The Notorious B.I.G. used to talk about this. She recited a lyric from the Notorious B.I.G.'s music. And I was like, that's not what you just said that you deleted, lady. Stop it. But then in the comment section where someone says that she needs to stop talking, and she said, no one has done more for Puerto Rico than I have. Excuse me, madam? No one has done more for Puerto Rico. I'm sure there's a lot of historians that will list all the great heroes of Puerto Rico that have done way more. Yes, we appreciate you coming in and doing your hurricane relief, but girl, that is the most privileged thing you have ever said. And you've said a lot of privileged things. She did. She said, I have the screenshot. I have the screenshot where she said that. I was like, Bethany, shut up. Bethany, shut up. So I saw some people say because Jill Zarin has now been fired from this new reunion show that was supposed to happen with the Roni OGs, they're saying, oh, bring Bethany on. They've asked Bethany to do it. But no, Bethany was just as bad, if not worse, than what Jill said. Jill, for those that may have missed it, I haven't posted it here on Instagram yet, but I just posted it on my TikTok about Jill is now speaking out in an exclusive statement to In Touch Weekly after her firing. So Variety reported that she was fired from this new iteration, the new E! reality show. They confirmed that she has been fired. They said in a statement earlier today about Jill not being a part of the show. In light of recent public comments made by Jill Zarin, Blink 49 Studios, who is producing the show, has decided not to move forward with her involvement in The Golden Life. That's the name of the new show, which is going to have Kelly Ben-Simone, Countess Luann, Sonia Morgan, Ramona Singer, just going to say that. So they said in light of her comments, they have decided not to move forward with her involvement in The Golden Life. We remain committed to delivering the series in line with our company's standards and values. The show's producers, Blink 49 Studios, said in a statement to Variety on Tuesday, February 10th. Also, let me pull up the statement that Zarin Fabrics said about this, because I didn't realize that Jill had nothing to do with Zarin Fabrics anymore. They said that they have not been involved with her in forever. Okay? They have a statement that they put out. They put a statement on their website. So if you go to ZarinFabrics.com, there's a statement at the very top in blue that says Zarin Fabrics has not been associated with Jill Zarin since Bobby's death. They probably were getting all kinds of calls and things like that. We are proud Americans who accept all people no matter what language they speak. I'm assuming after Bobby died, they probably bought the company, or I don't know. I don't know what happened with that, but they're not involved with Jill Zarin anymore. They haven't been since Bobby's death, and that's what they posted on their website. It's right across the top of the website. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. Okay? I agree. Ivy says Ramona is worse than Jill. Go look at some of the things that she said recently on like her Instagram story. She'd be hanging out in Mar-a-Lago too. Hey, Freddie. Freddie says Jill Zarin's nephew is answering questions about her on Reddit. He claims that he has proof he's a former relation. Wait. I believe everything because I I didn't see some of the things that she said about Zohran Mamdani, but there were a lot of people, including Michael Rappaport, saying Islamophobic things about Zohran Mamdani. Jill's ex-step grandson is on Reddit and claims that he can prove their relationship. I'm assuming you mean? I believe it. The comment section said it's owned by Bobby's children. Oh, okay. That's good to know. But that's interesting that they released that statement. Zarin Fabrics has not been associated with Jill Zarin since Bobby's death. We are proud Americans who accept all people, no matter what language they speak. Because I think people forget that Bobby had children with another woman before marrying Jill. He said that he can prove the relationship, basically. Oh, I don't think he needs to. I think we can. Oh my God, can we read Candace's response on everyone's opinions about Bad Bunny's performance, which I loved, and I watched it again twice today? Let me read to you what Candace said, because I think it's worth mentioning. It was so beautifully written. Let me see if I can find it. And if you're looking for my review of the Benito Bowl, I did do it on YouTube. I do have a review. You can also watch it, listen to it on the podcast. Hold on, let me just pull that up because I love what she said on it. Hold on. So I get it. You did not complete your New Year resolution. That's okay. It's not too late. You can start today, and I have the best option for you. You don't have to cook your meals yourself. You can rely on Factor. Factor is the sponsor of today's Live, and I'm so excited because we've been working with Factor for a very long time. I just had some of my meals, and I've tried so many different meal services over the years, and this is one that has stuck for me because at the end of the day, you want food that works for your lifestyle, maybe protein, maybe vegan, or maybe you're on a GLP-1. Factor has something for everyone, and they have different types of meals from breakfast to lunch and dinner, and snacks. Cold days, big goals, no time to cook. Factor makes healthy eating easy with fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs. So eat well without the planning or cooking. They have quality, functional ingredients, including lean proteins, colorful veggies, whole food ingredients, and healthy fats. That's the most important thing for me, is that you can rely on whatever you're eating with Factor. You know that's going to be quality and not something loaded with things that are not good for you. No refined sugars, no artificial sweeteners, no refined seed oils. They have rotating weekly meals to keep things fresh and delicious through winter. Options include high protein, calorie smart, Mediterranean diet, GLP-1 support, and ready-to-eat salads. And of course, I always get you a deal. So head to factormeals.com/Kempire50 off and use code Kempire50 off to get 50% off and free breakfast for 1 year. Eat like a pro this month with Factor. New subscribers only, varies by plan. 1 free breakfast item per box for 1 year while subscription lasts. Again, more details on Factor will be available in the description. And as I'm doing that, guys, don't forget to tap the screen, share the live, and make sure you're following me if you're not following me already. Let me pull up what she said. Oh, a thread. Here it is. So this is what Candace, she's on the current season of Traitors. She's also formerly of the Real Housewives of Potomac. So she said this because everyone was having their think pieces on how terrible Bad Bunny's halftime show was, even though it was the most watched halftime show of all time with 135.4 million live viewers. That's a lot. That's a lot. So this is what Candace from Potomac says. She says, y'all need to learn how to appreciate people, places, and things that are not like you. English is not the only language that matters. English speakers do not need to be centered in everything. America is land made richer because of her immigrants. She says, some of us came here by choice and some of us didn't. All of us deserve to be seen, heard, and represented. Like, why do I even need to say this? The entitlement it takes to believe art must translate itself for your comfort is wild. Instead of getting on Beyonce's internet to run your mouth, you could have sat there swayed to the music. That's what I did. Swayed to the music, the Super Bowl halftime show was representation personified, artistic expression, a signal to the diaspora, a nod to resistance, and a reminder that culture does not need your permission. You don't have to understand every word to understand that it wasn't made to exclude you. It just wasn't made to center you. And that's okay. Put the clap emojis in the chat, y'all. Put the clap emojis in the chat. I said, that is a word. That is a word. Let me retweet these because I only retweeted part of this. Let me retweet all of this. Okay? Everything she just said. Everything she just said. So since then, since the backlash, because I did a video here on Instagram talking about it when it initially happened after the Super Bowl. I did not expect after the Super Bowl to be working and reporting. People already were having big reactions to Bad Bunny performing, including Jake Paul. Logan Paul denounced his brother's comments. He said, I love my brother, but I don't agree with him. I don't know if I believe that, but fine. Jake Paul also lives in Puerto Rico. How are you living in our island and you're saying this stupid stuff, calling him a fake American? Okay. All right. Then we did talk about Bethany and her comments and how she deleted that and then she tried to backpedal and post something else because she saw the backlash that Jill was getting. Taylor Armstrong, some of you don't even know who Taylor Armstrong is. That's okay. You don't need to know. She was talking some BS too. Okay? And there are countless others that were talking BS. But Bad Bunny still had the most watched Super Bowl of all time. Of all time. And can you imagine how many people have watched it since? Can you imagine? Yeah, he lives in Puerto Rico, Jake Paul. For tax reasons, I'm sure. Since then, as I mentioned to you before, Jill Zarin has been fired. And now Jill Zarin is releasing a statement to In Touch Weekly. This is her statement. It's very short, which is fine. And it does not include an apology. Okay? They didn't even give me a chance. This is the privilege of it all. The ignorance of it all. They didn't even give me a chance. I took it down right away. People make mistakes. I'm human. Girl, you should have not said anything. You should have listened to Allie when Allie told you not to post that. Yes, she had forewarning. She had forewarning not to post this video, and she posted it anyway. Could you be any more dumb? Could you be any more dense? Could you be any more less than smart? You had forewarning from your daughter not to post this. You could have kept this job, and this is what you do. This is what you do. Well, here's the thing. Is Jill Zarin going to hurt for money? No. She didn't need the job. She needs the attention, though. So, if anything, her ego has cracked, and that's why they didn't even give me a chance. I took it down right away. People make mistakes. I'm human. What about the Islamophobic things that you're saying about Zohran Mamdani, our current mayor of New York? How about those things? Was that an apology? That was not an apology. At this particular point, Jill, if you're watching this, girl, we don't need an apology. Save your apology. It's not genuine. It's not going to change anything. People are done with you. You've had multiple chances. This is like the third or fourth time that Jill has gotten in her own way. Getting fired from Roni. Then there was an opportunity for her to come back, and she ruined that opportunity over money. And then they continued the show without her, and they did the Ultimate Girls Trip without her. And now, again, your mouth cashed a check. Yo, you know what couldn't cash. Okay? Just saying. So Jill has released a statement. She says, I took it down right away. People make mistakes. I'm human. I did not see a sorry in that. Did not see a sorry in that at all. Which is fine. We don't need the sorry because we know it's not real. We know it's not true. We know it's not genuine. Just saying. Who else spoke out? What's his face? Joe Giudice. Joe Giudice is calling us stupid. He's saying we're too woke. He said that was a terrible halftime show. Joe Giudice, for those that don't know, formerly the Real Housewives of New Jersey, he lived in the United States as an immigrant for multiple decades, married to an American, Teresa Giudice. never got his citizenship, committed a crime, fraud. He's a felon. Went to jail, okay? Even Teresa went to jail. Went to jail. He was like, I need to get out of jail. I'm not going to fight this citizenship stuff. Got deported and has been fighting ever since to return to this country. Gia wrote a letter to Donald Trump to hear their case. He had the nerve to be like, you guys are so stupid. You're so woke. You're so stupid. You guys need to have your brains washed. Sir, that's not what you think that is. We need to have our brains washed. Sir, we're not going to take any advice from you. Okay? He said the world is laughing at us. No, they're laughing at us because of the current president that we have. The world's laughing at us because of that. The world was celebrating, including China, where Bendito, Bad Bunny, has the #1 album. Okay? They were partying along with us during the Super Bowl on Sunday. They're not laughing at us. We're all laughing at you now because you were dumb. You were real dumb. You were here in this country for years. Could have been a citizen legitimately because you were married to an American citizen. Never did it. But do you see how karma works? You see how karma works? Yeah, you played with some games, went to jail, then got deported, and now you will never see the land of the free. You will never see the land of the free. Just saying. And on that note, who else do I need to read in regards to this? Who else do I need to talk about? I'll answer some questions. I just said I'll come on here and say, hey, y'all, because I don't come on Instagram enough. Make sure you follow me on the TikTok. Make sure you follow me on YouTube. I go live there religiously. He's living in the Bahamas. He's living in the Bahamas. Exactly. Deported because he was a true criminal. Probably still, allegedly. Look, allegedly. Exactly. He's the dumb one. He want to call people dumb and woke. Sir, do we need to go down the list of why you're dumb? What does this mean for Bravo's vetting process? I don't know if they have a vetting process. We talk about this all the time. Kelly Dodd, what does she do now? She's never been on my list of people that I pay attention to. She's always saying something crazy. Did she say something crazy too? Isn't she Hispanic on some level? Don't get me lying, because I know nothing about Kelly Dodd besides her ignorant statements. Did she say something about this too? Did she not enjoy it? You know who I noticed was real quiet? I'm actually a little surprised, but not surprised. The bros from Real Housewives of Miami. Marisol, Alexia. Did they post about Bendito's Super Bowl? Kelly's Mexican, right? Oh, okay. But did the bros post anything? I didn't see anything. Did they post about Bendito? They're always talking about being Spanish and proud Cubans. He actually, he didn't need to do this, but he did it. He celebrated all of the Americas, including the Caribbean. And I was just like, okay. I did see that Monica Garcia posted something as well. I saw Adriana, and I reposted it on my ex. I'll play it for you guys. Adriana said this so beautifully in regards to why this performance was so important. Let me play for you guys what Adriana said. And thank you for reminding me, because I love what she had to say. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
To clarify,
hold on, let me just pause that. As I'm doing that, guys, please be sure to follow me if you're not following me already, and be sure to this video. If you're watching the replay of this, be sure to like the video. I will at some particular point repost this on YouTube. For those that are watching the replay on YouTube, hey y'all, don't forget to like the video and don't forget to subscribe. Yes, I saw Crystal Minkoff slamming Jill's comments, Heather Dubrow, but when we recapped Real Housewives of Miami, I said, I know Adriana plays these games of reality television, but people forget that she's actually an intellectual. She knows multiple languages. She's very educated. And I love what she said in this statement. So let me just play this for you guys and let me know if you can't hear it.
To those criticizing Bad Bunny's performance in the Super Bowl yesterday, I have something I'd like to clarify. As a Latina woman that also has written music in my native language and was told for many years trying to carve myself a name that writing music in my native language was a barrier. If you're looking for the translation, you're missing the point.
Boom. Every time I hear her say that, if you're looking for the translation, you are missing the point. If you're looking for the translation, you are missing the point.
Because music is not about understanding every word. Music is about connection. It's the raw emotion that's translated through the beat, through the rhythm. And if you listen with an open heart, you will get the artist's joy, struggles, history of their culture. And that's the purpose of it, is to unite us, to see each other's humanity through our craft, and not judge because you can't understand each literal word.
Boom. Boom. Exactly. I love that example. No one questions opera. Most of it's in Italian. No. But they feel like, but you know what it is. You know what the underlying part of what that is. So I'm loving the solidarity. I question some people's solidarity, but I do find it interesting that Adriana has spoken out. I didn't see Marisol or Alexia speak out. I find that to be interesting because they always talk about celebrating. I was just looking at Ultimate Girls Trip. Remember when the ladies were making comments about Adriana, about Alexia and Marisol constantly speaking Spanish and things like that? I would have expected them, of all people, to be like, oh my God, I love this performance. I love being seen. And I love the celebration of Cuban culture. But I think that would go against maybe their MAGA friends down there in Miami. Maybe. And the other great part of what Adriana says in this video, what I've loved after the Super Bowl, and I knew that this was coming, and I said this, that I love that there are Latino content creators explaining some of what we watch. In the moment, it's great, vibe out, but there are people creating content letting you know the symbolism that you're watching. And I'm picking up on little things that we're seeing throughout this performance. And that's what I also loved about Kendrick Lamar's. I wasn't a huge Kendrick Lamar fan like that, but I love seeing the symbolism within his performance as well. Right. Let's move on. All right. Before we move on, though, today's live show is brought to you by our friends over at Factor. You know I love me some Factor. I recently just got some Factor meals. There are a lot of meal services out there, but Factor for me, there's just really great options, so many different options, especially as someone that doesn't love to cook or someone that's just very busy. This is your opportunity to have quality meals built for you that you can get in like 2-3 minutes. So cold days, big goals, no time to cook. Factor makes healthy, eating easy with fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs. So eat well without the planning or cooking. So you're getting quality, functional ingredients, including lean proteins, colorful veggies, whole food ingredients, and healthy fats. No refined sugars, no artificial sweeteners, or no refined seed oils. Okay, so you're getting quality meals that fit your goals and schedule. Healthier eating, calorie management, more protein. 100 rotating weekly meals to keep things fresh and delicious through winter. Options include high protein. That's something I'm always looking for, especially working out. Calorie smart, Mediterranean diet, GLP-1 support, which we've been talking about recently here on the channel as well, and ready to eat salads. Plus, the new Muscle Pro collection supports strength and recovery. Of course, I've gotten you a discount over at Factor. Head to factormeals.com/Kempire50off and use code Kempire50off to get 50% off and free breakfast for 1 year. Eat like a pro this month with Factor. New subscribers only, vary by plan. 1 free breakfast item per box for 1 year while subscription lasts. Okay, more details on Factor will be available in the description. Thank you to Factor for sponsoring today's Friday Live. All right.
I've got Dan Morgan here on the pod. Say hi, Dan.
Hey, how's it going today?
It's going good, man. Tell us who you are and what you do.
I'm Dan Morgan. I'm an attorney and a managing partner at Morgan & Morgan, which is America's largest injury law firm.
That's pretty awesome. I think I saw a billboard of yours recently that said 20 billion won. 20 billion is an insane number.
Yeah, 20 billion recovered. It's actually, I think, somewhere north, probably closer to 22, 23 after this year. And each year we get bigger and badder and our army grows. So the number will hopefully keep getting bigger and bigger as time goes on.
Awesome. So how does someone get in contact with Morgan & Morgan? What would I do if I got into an accident?
Probably the easiest way is dialing pound law. That's pound 529 from your cell phone. We are always open. Our call center is always waiting to take your call. 24/7, 365.
Wow. Dan Morgan from Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Thanks for coming by the show.
Thanks for having me.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
But here we are. But people complained about Kendrick Lamar's performance last year too, so they're always going to be mad about something. Okay, I'm sure they were mad about some of the things that we were singing and doing back in the day too. Exactly, music brings us together. All right, questions. Let's do some Q&A and then I'm going to wrap this up. Yeah, we're doing it very short and to the point. Was there anything else that I wanted to talk about in regards to Bad Bunny's performance, the people's backlash? I don't think so. I think I covered everything. I did see that Alan Cummings was on Watch What Happens Live, and they asked him who does he think was the best and worst traders of all time. Let me play the clip for you guys.
Alan, we need to know, in the past 4 seasons of The Traders,
who do you think has been the worst and the best trader?
Oh, gosh. Well, I think Rob is the best trader this season, not just because he's my future ex-boyfriend, but because I...
That's why y'all let Rob get away with a lot. Not y'all, specifically. Hey, Chase. Hope you're feeling better. Y'all let Rob get away with a lot because y'all are attracted to him. A lot of y'all. Okay? A lot of y'all let Rob get away with a lot because you're attracted to him. I don't know how I'm not saying that his game is bad, but...
Because I don't think he's playing such a great game. The worst trader, I think it was last season. No, a lady. Danielle.
He doesn't want to say black lady. I know, that's what he wanted to say. The black lady from last season. The black lady.
Oh, yes, Danielle.
Danielle Reyes. He said Danielle Reyes was the worst trader. When what's her name? The blonde lady from that same season? She was the worst trader. Danielle was not the worst trader. Danielle made it so far in the game. That cannot be the worst trader. Sir, I get it's his opinion, but if we really want to look at it, Danielle was far from the worst trader. Danielle made the game so interesting to watch. Like, I want to rewatch that season. So he's saying Rob is the best trader. When Siri is right there, Survivor legend, who I didn't know about until Traders, the very first season, Siri is right there. Siri fooled everyone, including people that had no idea who she was. She had people in their feelings at the end. Had people in their feelings. All right, let me go back. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Oh, wait. Okay, Barbara says, Kempire, what if anything, do you think of Chris Bassett saying Candace has taught her son the N-word? I don't know if he said it like that. Here's what my initial reaction to Chris even coming to the internet, Beyonce's internet, as Candace likes to call it. Not everything that happens in your household needs to be shared on the internet. I did not need to know that Jet said the N-word. Okay? But here we are. Audrey says, do you think that some of the women are silent because the men who fund their lives are MAGA? Yes, Audrey. You just summed it up. You answered your own question. B says, Kem, did you hear about Cardi and Stefan breaking up? Yeah, that's why she was grinding up on that guy during Bad Bunny's performance. I had a feeling they unfollowed each other too. Do you think the golden years will move forward? I don't know. It's going to be rough because people are already saying they're not going to watch it, including myself. So, yeah, I think it's a wrap on that one. Exactly. Kitchen table talk. That's kitchen table talk, Chris. I think people get caught up with commenting on social media. They love the engagement. They love to hear what people say. Not everything, Chris Bassett, that happens in your household needs to be shared with the internet. And some people were saying, Chris is just so happy that someone in that household can say the N-word on his behalf. That's what they were saying. I didn't say it. That's what they were saying. Okay? Yes, Sari was a top-tier trader. But again, this was asked of him. Fine. He's entitled to his opinion. I humbly disagree. Okay? Humbly and wholeheartedly. Cardi's not going to stay single. And she's probably not even officially broken up with Stefan. They're probably fighting. You know how Cardi is. So they'll probably be back together by the end of the week. He's in his feelings this week because he lost the football game. He lost the football game. Go Seahawks. Did I watch the Seahawks at all this season? Did I even watch the game? Nope. Nope. But we did a little background check on the owners of the Patriots, and we were like, yeah, we're going to support the Seahawks. And they won. All is right with the world. Yeah, a Fit Cookie says, 3, had you fooled? She was good. She was good. And you knew she was a traitor, and you were still fooled. Hey, Cindy, not me finally catching an Instagram live. I don't go live on Instagram that often. It's been a while. It's probably been a few weeks. I can't stand Robert Kraft. Oh, I started watching The Burbs. The Burbs on Peacock with Keke Palmer. I like it. It gives me the vibe of Desperate Housewives in a way. I like it so far, y'all. I'm going to keep watching. I'm only on episode 2. Exactly. Ashley says this White House is undefeated in telling us who not to root for. Between Luann's blackface and Ramona's definite pass on the new show. I almost forgot about Countess Luann and the blackface of it all. Angel says, who cares about the NFL? FIFA has got hotties. FIFA, go Google Schmoogle FIFA. They're under fire too for their support. But they do got hotties in the players, not FIFA themselves. I was fooled. I didn't think Tari was going to do her friend dirty. Really? I was happy about it. That's the game, though, because she had to do her friend dirty at the end. She had to. I know. B says, "Oh my God, I forgot about the Burbs and blackface." What? I have not. How do you say that? Fine. Wait, Venia, bro? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm butchering your name. OMG, have you watched The Beauty on FX? Is it good? I wasn't sure. I didn't even know what it was about. But every time I go to watch Abbott Elementary, I see the advertisement for it. Jordan says Jill is a fool. An unemployed one now, too. Unemployed. Zarin Fabrics came out with a statement. We are no longer associated with Jill Zarin, and we haven't been since Bobby's death. So people in the chat were saying that the kids, Bobby's kids, are the ones that own Zarin Fabrics. Thank you, Dr. Kempire. I love your laugh. Thank you. It's okay, Miss Nubian. I guess I'm going to just have to watch it for myself and see if I can get into it. But I'm currently watching The Burbs. I like it so far. I'm not saying I love it, but I like it so far. The NFL is trying to expand their international market. Some Americans need to catch up. Literally, I went to Dublin in October, and that literally the weekend before, they were there for having their own NFL games. And all throughout Dublin, you saw the big advertisements and balloons and things for it. It's very clear. And based off of what Janelle said yesterday when she called in, we were recapping, she said that it's happening all over the world. They're doing all these different international games. I prefer, if I was going to watch a game, to be honest with you, I prefer watching soccer, AKA football, the real football. Doctora says, your laugh is so nerdy, makes me giggle. Not my laugh is nerdy. Knows me. Oh, I know. And Jill Zarin having to make comments about Lady Gaga's face. Hey, kicking it with your ass. Like, girl, look in the mirror before you make any comments on people's face. How are you making comments on people's face? People are like, lady, really? And normally I'd be like, don't comment on people's face and stuff like that. But you're making a comment on Lady Gaga's face. Kempire, your face is looking chiseled. You look so good. Thank you. Look. Exactly. Pot. Look, pot. Any other questions, guys? Because I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you all for being here. I will be posting the replay on here, but also on what you call it? YouTube. But I did post some new videos on YouTube. So if you missed it, make sure you're following me there as well. Don't forget the live show, New York City. Who's gotten their tickets for my live show? Who's coming to the live show in person? But if you can't come, there are live stream tickets, and you get to keep that for a week after. So replay, this is your opportunity too. Let's sell out this show. New York, you always drag your feet. I'm going to stop doing shows here. You know who don't drag their feet? DC. Maybe I should go do my show in DC. Next time, y'all won't even get a show in New York. Look. You need to redo the Gaga salsa and post it. Oh my gosh. I need them to release that song. Gaga's version of Die With a Smile, the salsa version. Where is it? Come on now. Go look who's still following Jill. Hey, Eva. Eva the Diva? Eva might not be on socials, right? I just watched their Ultimate Girls Trip, so that's when she probably started following her. Cindy's got her live stream ticket. Thank you. Jessica's New York could stay last minute. That's why I'm not too worried about it, but I'm like, come on now, New York. They don't realize you got to, in order for promoters to want to rebook you, and I think this venue knows because we've had multiple sold out shows with them, but still, other venues watch stuff like that. Eva the Diva, they're talking about. Eva Marcel. I need that salsa version, Lady Gaga, please. I feel like that should have been ready to go. Come on now. Any other questions, guys, before I let you guys go? I'll be there. I bought my ticket early. Thank you so much, Incognegro. Please tell me that's your username when I see you. And there are meet and greet tickets available too, guys, if you didn't know. Meet and greet tickets are available. There's a live stream ticket, again, for those that watch me from around the world. There is an option for you as well. It's the only venue that does it. There are maybe a small amount of venues that do it. You're right, the taxes are coming. You're right, Miami. But the taxes might not come in time. Taxes aren't due till April. So unless they filed early, people will file early so they can get their tax money. What did Countess Luann say, wifey? What did she say? Let me see. Let's see what... I love how people are celebrating Soraya Bonali. Remember her from years ago? She used to do the flip and ice skating. I love. But she used to get such criticism for that backflip. And now this white guy that's doing it, he won the gold medal at the Winter Olympics. You're getting your ticket this Friday. Thank you so much. Powell, 1982. But I love how people are telling her story because I used to love you remember she's black French woman. She used to do that during the Olympics and I was like, oh, and for me, she was Simone Biles before we had a Simone Biles. Oh, I love it though that people are talking about it, but she does a better backflip than he does. I'm going to just be honest with you. All right. They say that Terry Vika was the first skater to perform a backflip at the 1976 Olympics. It was quickly banned from the competition because of how dangerous it is to perform. Despite the ban in 1998, French skater Soraya Bonali became the first person to land a backflip on a single blade in Olympic history. Black girl magic. Black girl. I used to love watching her do that. I was like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. Where is she today? In her last Olympics before she retired, Bonali had received low scores in her short program, scores some felt were unfair. After suffering a groin injury before her free skate, Bonali fell during a triple jump and decided to add a backflip toward the end of the program, knowing that she was out of the medal contention. I know that's right. Defiant. This is art. When we talk about what Jill Zarin is talking about, this is art. This is her form of art and her form of resistance. She received low scores that dropped her to 10th place. Later, she told reporters she did it to show judges, you don't appreciate what I do, show judges who don't appreciate what I do, just what I can do. Serena Bonali, I remember her. That's a part of my childhood when I used to watch the Olympics. Such a star. Such a star. Love that. Love that. Let me repost this. So for those that want to know the story that I'm looking at, I put it in my Instagram story. Oh, wait, I came on here to look at what Countess Luann said. Sorry, see, y'all got distracted? Let's see what Countess Luann is saying. What did she say? Oh, she reposted. Okay, this was yesterday. She reposted this in regards to Bad Bunny's performance. Let me like this. All right. And she put simply as her caption, choose love. She ain't trying to lose her job. Oh, that's right. She said, choose love. And then she posted a bunch of different photos. Oh, Jill. Do I think some of this is performative? A little bit. Look, a little bit, because I'm keeping my job. Is she still going to be hanging out with Jill Zarin and talking that talk with Jill? Probably. All right. I think Cookie says that Luann is not dumb. She's not. But I appreciate it. Have the bros posted anything? Have Alexia and Marisol posted anything on their socials? The Cuban dolls? Love to say all of this, but now nothing. And for those that are just joining us, Jill Zarin has released a statement, but it's not an apology. I'm not going to even label it an apology because it's not an apology. It is not an apology. She basically says, I'm human. I made mistakes. I deleted it immediately after. I'm human. That's not an apology. They didn't even give me a chance, she said. They didn't give me a chance. I took it down right away. People make mistakes. I'm human. But your daughter told you not to even post it, and you still posted it. Now your actions have consequences. Bye, Jill. Bye, Jill. All right, y'all. On that note, I appreciate you all being here. If you're watching the replay of this, be sure to like the video. Be sure to share the video. Be sure to follow me if you're not following me already. I will post this on the YouTube. If you missed it, I posted a couple of videos on YouTube that I haven't posted here. So make sure you're following me there. And go get your tickets for the Kempire After Dark, a live show happening March 13th. There are in-person tickets, meet and greet tickets, and there are live stream tickets. So anyone from around the world can watch. And you get to keep the live stream for 1 week after the show. All right? And her boyfriend said, stop, don't do it. Lord have mercy. So she's the only fool up in that house. Lord. Thank you, Miss Parker. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you, Miss Nubian. Everyone have a fantastic night. I will see you guys tomorrow at some particular point. All right? Bye, y'all. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. Don't forget to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And for more information on the podcast, head on over to KempireRadio.com.